welcome back. Today I got something super nice. This is the Formuler Z10 Pro. Now make sure you guys do check out my other channel, Rohas Streaming Tech. You will see, if you're on YouTube, you'll see all the channels that I have, and I did some detailed stuff on this device. Now I did want to give you guys like a good understanding of how great this guy is right here. This is the Z10 Pro, and I got to tell you guys, this thing has been amazing. I've loved Formuler for quite some time now, and they've had some really good products. So let's go ahead and check this out now. Of course, as always, if you guys are interested, shoot me an email, rohasentertainment@gmail.com. My information is always in the description below. If you do want to purchase this one, I could try to get you guys some hookups as much as I can. So let's go ahead and we're gonna open box, see what you get. We're gonna look inside the device, see how it looks like, and then specs. We're gonna do the specs towards the end and see, does this thing actually work? Can it do 4K or not? So let's come over here to this guy. Of course, I gotta say the packaging on this thing is actually pretty good. I like how the outside box is. The inside box is just like a standard box, nothing crazy. And okay, there you go. There's the box itself. So it's pretty neat, pretty clean. Let's go ahead and take a look, see what else we can get. So here is the device itself. Packaging is amazing. The quality on this thing is just amazing. Now look how tiny this thing is. Super small and very compact. So Formuler looks like you're gonna have a little light right there. Plenty of breathing room at the bottom, which is great. Nothing on the side here. This is the front. Nothing on this side either. On the back, you do get, it looks like it's going to be one micro SD card slot reader. You're going to have your power right there. 3.0 USB, landline, HDMI, and then your IR receiver. Now remember, if one USB port is 2 less and you want more, you could always get a hub, hook that hub up, and there you go. You should be good to go. Now, of course, you get a little quick start guide here, just a little setup thing. Honestly, most of these devices, especially with Formuler, they're just plug and play. Open this guy up. So this is kind of like, this reminds me just your standard, I guess, Chinese boxing, where they just put everything in there. They did a little bit of a custom job, but it's not bad. You do get a HDMI cable. Looks like you're going to get a standard one that should be able to push the 4K quality. You do get some Changhong batteries. So there you go, some brand new batteries. And then also you do get a power brick. Power brick feels really good, doesn't feel cheap. And then here is your IR remote or IR receiver. We're not going to test this for the purposes to see if the remote works without the IR receiver. So basic when it comes to the inside packaging, but everything is packaged well enough that you don't have to worry about something getting damaged. Now here's the remote. I really do like the remote. It has a little lip back here in the back, so that way you can put your finger and it feels just like a standard remote. It also looks like you could control your TV, so you could sync this to whatever TV you have, which is great. So you have some shortcuts down here at the bottom. You got some more shortcuts here towards the middle with the colors, numbers, info guide, page up and down, volume up and down, your directional, your OK, home, settings, and backup. This will be your play, pause, and record button if you have any kind of services that does that. So pretty good, not that bad. So let's go ahead and hook this up and see exactly how this looks like. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and power this guy up, and should get a little light right there coming on. And here we go. So it looks like we are coming on. Now I am going to use I'm going to use my own batteries, so that way you guys could see exactly how this looks like. And here we go. There is Formuler. I like that little intro. It's kind of cool. I like how when companies do little unique stuff like that. So here we go, adding my own batteries. These are energizers. So let's go ahead and plug this. Now, just to let you guys know, I am going to hold the remote like this. That way you guys can see it. But the box is actually over there. So it's down here towards the bottom. So that way you guys can see it. It's right there. But I'm not going to be pointing to it. I'm going to be pointing up, see how good it is. So here we go, English. Selecting your network, everything clicked on pretty easily. Now here we go. I just set up the internet, so we should be good. So I'm going to click on my region, America. Let's go ahead and pick an LA. Use 24-hour format. I'm going to hit no. So choose date time. So right now it looks like the first one is month, date, year. Second one is day, month, year. And the last one is year, month, date. So here we're used to month, date, year. So we're going to go and do that one. And look how simple that is. That is like insanely easy. Insanely easy. So of course you get YouTube, you get your Market, Miracast, Google Play, media browser. Now this is right out of the box. Most of these devices, they have some sort of update. Sometimes there's some bugs or they just want to add a couple extra things. So just know most of the time you do have to come here towards the bottom where it says software update and check it out. So system info, here's your hotkeys, then you got your settings, Bluetooth launcher, power, all that stuff. So before we check out for any kind of updates on how to update this thing, we're going to go to YouTube. And this remote doesn't have a voice, so I'm not going to talk to it. Oh, by the way, that episode right below me where it says 456,000 Squid Game in real life. It's actually a really good episode. Man, that was loud. So let's come here to, we're going to go search for Beyond the Streams. If you guys aren't familiar with Beyond the Streams, it is a podcast that Next Level and I run. We've been doing this for a couple years now, 2 years now. And yeah, some good stuff. We talk to a lot of people. Make sure you guys do check out that channel out. But as you can see, as I'm scrolling, it's pretty good and easy. It's actually, everything is very responsive. And yeah, so here we go, Beyond the Streams. So let's come here. So if we go to the channel, you're going to see everything that we have here. So we talk about crypto, we share some personal stories, we have our live shows, crypto gaming, we talk about streaming apps, like lots of stuff here, like Facebook updates, Amazon Black Friday sales. Here we have some of our popular videos where we do talk about several other devices and several people. So really, really neat stuff there. Let's go ahead and check this one. This is an interview with Fire TV Sticks with Tanya. So pretty good. Pretty good right there. I'm going to go ahead and I like to fast forward to see if it caches quick. So let me click on this, fast forward a little bit. So it looks like 1, 2, so about 2 seconds. And there you go, super clean. I like to hit that OK button and then come here to more. Now the quality, it's I'm gonna hide my face. It's auto picking 4K. Max is 2160p. That's your 4K content right there. This is your 2K and then 1080p, of course. So it is picking your 4K. Now my capture card is a 1080p. So even though YouTube is pushing that 4K, it's just gonna look really nice and crisp. But again, my capture card is 1080p. So when we do look at the specs, we're going to find this out in a second. So just backing out of YouTube, as you can see, everything works really, really good. If you do go to Market, this is going to be where all their apps are at. They have tons and tons of stuff here. So you get your top 5 apps, you can get your general apps, your OTT, your VPNs, DNS. By the way, if anybody's looking for a good VPN, in the description below, I have a good one. Anybody that's following me, you guys need to get this thing hooked up. That VPN deal that I got is actually really, really good. So as you can see here, they have tons of stuff here, tons and tons of stuff here. Formula remote, this is so that way you could program your Formula remote. So really, really good stuff. Now let's go ahead and look at the specs because I don't think they have IDA 64 in here. And one of the things I could do is I could just do the search and I'll show you guys here the keyboard. That way you guys can see how it looks like. But if I type in IDA 64, if they do have this app, it'll be here, but it says it doesn't have it. So which means I'm going to have to go to a Chrome, Google Chrome, or downloader or something just to search for that IDA 64 so we can get all hooked up. Now, real quick, as we are getting some stuff here to do the search, if you do go to hotkeys, these are your hotkeys right up here. You could program these keys however you want. So you choose, let's just say you want to go red. And you're like, hey, I want this thing to be YouTube. Then you click, I'm not going to click it now, but if you do click this, okay, as soon as you hit red, boom, it's going to open up YouTube. So you could actually shortcut certain specific apps that you absolutely love. Boom, click it, you're there. Boom, click it, you're there. Very, very good and amazing. I love how they do this stuff. So it's really, really good. Now there are some other shortcuts down here at the bottom. These three, those three buttons here at the bottom, those are for your live TV. I think you could do like rewind, or not rewind. I know there's some options that you could choose. Oh, favorites. That's what it is. Favorites. You could do some favorites on those buttons. So make sure you guys do check that out. Now, again, when you do upload or when you download an app, it's going to pop up right here at the top. So that way you could see all your apps. So very, very nice. Okay, so now that I have Downloader and I have Chrome, I'm going to show you guys something real quick. Downloader, I had to get the plugin. All you got to do is just go to the market, and you'll see Downloader, and then you see plugin. I also try to get Google Chrome, and for whatever reason, when I come here to Google Chrome, I am not able to, like, it scrolls down, but there's not a way for me to search. So I want to be able to click search or type web address, and it won't let me do it for whatever reason. Doesn't matter what I do. If I go all the way to the top, and I'll close my face right now, there's nothing here at the top for me to click on besides Google. So when I do click on that, it sends me here. If I come down here, it gives me it just scrolls down the page, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to actually click on something. And then I also don't see an air mouse on the remote. Unless there's a shortcut or something that I'm missing, help me out here, guys. So I'm going to back out of here. If you do have one of those keyboards, like those keyboards, then you could just use the mouse that's on there, which is great. Now with Downloader, when you do come to Downloader, you got to make sure you do type in google.com. Couple things here too is you got to go to settings, and then you have to enable JavaScript in the built-in web browser. So make sure you do that. Now I'm going to come back here to browser. There's my Google. Here's my mouse. Now I am going to click on this little search bar right here, and it actually clicked this top part up here. So the mouse is super, like, I barely tap it, and it goes nuts. It just goes absolutely insane. So it's really difficult to get it right perfect there. But when you do, it kind of does this where I didn't type in Harry Potter, and it's giving me Harry Poothead. So there we go. So now I'm not using the mouse. Now it's just kind of scrolling down. And then now it does this. I don't know how in the world it did that, but it did. So just want to be sure that you guys are aware of that issue. It is a little bit of a pain. It is a little bit of a pain to get this web browser working properly, but just be patient with it. Once you do, you should be fine. So here it is, IDA64. I'm going to go to downloads, and then I'm just going to get the version that I need for Android. Now, most of you guys are not going to have to do stuff like that. You probably already know what you want. So you might get something like uplinked, or you might get, I wish Downloader worked, because that way you could just use the short codes. Boom, you're done. If you do have like a bit.ly code, you could type it in there, and then it will download it that way, because it has that HTTP. So that should work. And I'm almost pretty sure that there's going to be a software update. Maybe that's why Chrome isn't working properly too. I just thought about that too. So just come back here to the capture device. As you can see, it is taking a minute. So just depending on what you're getting, be patient. Okay, now that you got it all set up, and again, you got to have a lot of patience, because this thing can get a little bit tricky. Here we go. Here is your specs. This is your Formuler Z10 Pro. As you can see, it's like right there, Z10 Pro. PIM Patricles. They misspelled particles, and I don't know if they did that for copyrights or something. PIM Particles, PIM Patricles. I don't know. Hardware is Hank. Product Z10 Pro. 2 gigs of RAM. This thing is advertised as 16 gigs of internal storage, and you're left with 11 gigs, which is great. 4+ on the Bluetooth version. The CPU, this is running a ARM Cortex A55, which is great, 64-bit. It is a quad core. So good stuff here. For the display, it is reading my capture card as a 1920 by 1080p. And it is using a Mali G31. So again, lots of good stuff here. So Android is 10. The device is not rooted. And the most important thing here is going to be codecs. What do we get within the codec? So here it is. You do get the LATM AAC decoder. You get the coder and encoder, so C2 and OMX. So a lot of good stuff here. So you'll see duplicates, but it's because one is decoder and one is encoder. So you get 3GPP, AMR, WB, FLAC, ALA, MLAW. You get all the good stuff that you want. MPEG, Opus, RAW. RAW is exactly what you're going to get. Is exactly what the app is giving you is what you're going to get. So the RAW is actually really, really good to have. So whatever's coming in from the back end into your stuff, that's a great one to have. I love RAW. Vorbis is also great. You also have Realtek audio, which is awesome. MPEG L1 and L2. You also get the Realtek video. AV01, AVC, 3GPP, and these are all Realteks. Wow, I haven't seen all Realteks before. So you also do get some Google ones in here. So VP8, VP9, AVC, 3GPP. So they cover you. HEVC, which is great. MP4. You have everything that you're gonna want for your 4K stuff easily. So here's H.263 and H.264 decoder and encoder. And you have the, let's see, for H.264, they're the Google ones. So some good stuff there. Some really, really, really good stuff here. So yeah, the only issue that I had is honestly was getting IDA 64. If you do have some of these apps that carry it, like unlinked or uplinked or whatever linked, whatever's out there nowadays, it's crazy how much information's changing. But if you are using the web browser, it might be a little bit of a challenge. So make sure you do check the software updates just in case. So sometimes that's all you need. So make sure you guys do check that out. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. For me, the complete setup out of the box to now took me about 40 minutes. And that's because I do a lot of my research to make sure I'm getting the right stuff and I'm not putting crap on my device. If you are here to put just some of the, the basic streaming apps and stuff right there, as you can see, it's all there. And yeah, some good stuff. This thing does work pretty solid. So I know a lot of people are loving Formuler, and I love the interface. Very, very simple and straight to the point. It doesn't look plain Jane, and it doesn't look like it's advertised everywhere. Just here's your apps, here's your settings, go. Great stuff. And that remote's awesome. The shortcuts and all that stuff is great. So yeah, with all that being said, I hope you guys appreciate this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And as always, you guys take care of each other, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.